dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sith Talk. Today we have on the show Elijah, aka Flex, from the Rogue 5 Cantina YouTube channel. How you doing, Flex?
What's up, my brother? Pleasure to be here, man. Honored to be here.
Yes, glad you can make it. So tell us a little bit about your channel, the podcast, and where we can find you guys at.
Okay, yeah, it's the Rogue 5 Cantina on YouTube. Our other handles are on Facebook and on Instagram. Rogue, the numerical number 5, Cantina. We're on Sunday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Central Time. And yeah, we're the sister channel to the Spice Runners Lounge on Friday nights. And, we're on our 13th episode. And
Nice.
dude, we're just like having fun, man. We had the general on a couple weeks
Yeah,
ago with
yep,
Mr. Havens from ICCC,
yep.
and we had a blast, man. I still go back to that episode and stuff, and then just laugh.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah.
it was a good time.
No, it was for sure. So for you guys watching, I'm gonna put the link down on the channel. Go check them out. It's such a blast every Sunday watching you guys, especially that intro. That intro is like a movie every time, man. It's so good.
Yeah, thank you.
So everyone that comes on the show, they get 3 questions to start it off. You ready?
I'm ready, man.
All right. So the first one is, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
It's funny because I've observed on your channel and others
Yeah.
when they ask that question, it's always the same answer depending on the age group you're
Age.
asking.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
whole thing.
Yep.
And I'm like, I know he's gonna ask me, and I know
Yeah.
my answer clearly because of my age bracket. It's
Uh huh.
definitely the trilogy.
Uh
I'm
huh.
one of those that were lucky and blessed to have seen it on the big screen back in 1977. I saw Empire in
Nice.
1980. I saw Jedi in 83 on the big screen. So I would have to say my favorite is probably Star Wars, right? The New Hope, because that's what it
Nice.
all started for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a how old was I? Geez, 5 years old. You're easily impressionable, and
Yeah.
seeing Darth Vader on the big screen, for the first time, and
Yeah.
Chewie and C-3PO. I mean, imagine a 5-year-old kid just like, oh my god, I've never seen anything
Yeah.
like this. So it just blew my mind, and I can literally close my eyes and remember like the feelings I felt as a 5-year-old. I can't even remember what I
Yeah.
did yesterday, but
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
things in life, certain sense, you can remember, and it takes you back. Um, After that, I would have to say Empire is my
Uh-huh.
second. My second favorite would have to be Empire. To me, same thing. I relived that oh my god moment when we all saw Yoda for the first
Yeah.
time, and
Yeah.
when he revealed to Luke in Dagobah, like when he first met him, he's like playing off like he was kind of comical. It was a comical relief
Yeah,
moment,
yeah.
mine, and let it R2, let him have it. I mean, I was just like, oh my god, okay, he's cute, whatever.
Yeah.
But when he really revealed himself, who he was, and his demeanor changed in his face, like
Yeah.
you saw the Master Jedi, and like the wisdom and everything changed, and it was just like that wow moment, like because up to that point, the only Jedi's we knew was Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Mhm.
and by his storytelling that Luke's father was a Jedi as well.
Yeah.
So in your mind, as a child, I'm assuming, you think that Jedi's are all humans,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
now, boom, you hit with that. Like he's the Jedi Master who trained, Obi-Wan and everyone else underneath him. It's like, oh
Yeah.
my God, aliens, are also Jedi's, and so yeah, definitely Empire is my number two. And my third favorite, I would have loved to have said Return of the Jedi,
Uh-huh.
but the Ewoks kind of killed it for me a little bit. Even
Yeah.
even as a young kid, I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but I would have to say it's high up there, Rogue One
Nice. Okay.
and Revenge of the Sith,
Got you.
because it revealed how Anakin, turned to the dark
Turns.
side and all.
Yeah.
I mean, that was so important to have known and to have witnessed. So I loved how they did that in that movie. I know the prequels get a lot of slack and stuff, but I think that one was well made.
Oh yeah. So that's so dope that you got to see all of them. Cause like
Yes, sir.
I was born in 85, so I saw all the prequels in theaters.
Hmm.
And a lot of like my friends now, like they're a little bit younger. They didn't even get to see the prequels, maybe like Revenge of the Sith. So when I tell them I got to see the prequels in theaters, they're like, "Oh, that's so cool." But me hearing it from an OG that you got to see that
Yeah,
and
man.
you still remember it, like
Yes.
that has
Yes.
to be such an amazing feeling to be able
Yes.
to, like, remember seeing Star Wars in
Yep.
theaters in
Yep.
'77, like, so
And
you have
every night, I'm sorry to cut you off. Every
no,
now
no.
and then, I'll literally drive by the actual theater. It still stands there, and
Oh,
it
wow.
still stands there. It's not a
Yeah,
theater anymore. Now it's more of it's a theater, but they rent it out like for shows and concerts. It's not a movie theater anymore. It hasn't been for long time.
yeah,
But it's funny because I could be at the light waiting, and it's right there, and I'll just smile like, "Yo,
yeah,
crazy!" Like when I was 5, I was in there, and it was life changing. So
yeah. That's so dope,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
M Awesome. So, the next question, what's your favorite Star Wars show?
Oh man, that's a no brainer. The Mandalorian.
Yeah? Why
Yes, sir.
Mando?
You know, because there was no expectations going
Yep,
into it. Before the first episode. There was no expectations. Clearly, no one that anyone knew about and stuff. So, his opening scene going into that bar, and his posture, and just seeing another, because the only Mandalore, so to speak, that we've ever seen was Boba Fett. You know
yep,
what I mean? So seeing him, in the silver, and I don't know, I was captivated from the first minute. Um, and I know that people loved love Grogu, but now they're like, oh my god, they just like played it so much and so much.
yeah, yeah.
But I remember, when I saw Grogu, the child,
The first
at that
time.
time, yeah, for the first time, I was like, "Oh my god,"
Bro
it blew my mind. Like that emoji with the brain,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that's how I reacted. Now, as a grown man, I was just like, "OMG!" Like, so then the questions is that Yoda's
yeah,
kid?
yeah,
Are there more of his species?
yeah.
It just blew my mind.
Yeah, that moment was special because,
It
like,
was.
you're
Mhm.
watching the first episode, and it was a banger episode,
Yeah,
and, like, he's trying to find a 50-year-old bounty. You figure it's gonna be, like, an old dude,
exactly,
and then all of a
exactly.
sudden, he pulls up a Baby Yoda. I just remember I was like, "Holy shit, like, that's a Baby Yoda." Like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
that's something that I never thought about or imagined until seeing it, and then seeing it, it was like, wow, like you said, like, is that Yoda's son? It has to be Yoda and Yaddle. Those are the only 2
right,
we've ever
right,
ever seen. Like,
exactly.
it has to be. So, that was a special moment,
It was,
and that
it
that
was,
first season was special because, like,
it was.
when they announced it, I remember, I was at Celebration Chicago 2019 when they first showed us the trailer, and we didn't know what to think because, like you said, when I saw Mando at that time, the only Mando I knew was Boba Fett, so I'm like, "Is this
Exactly.
Boba Fett?"
Right, right.
And that's what drew a lot of people in because, like, most people love Boba Fett from the OT.
Right.
So, yeah, Mando was special. That season 2 finale, though, bro, I still get goosebumps every time I rewatch it.
Yeah.
Seeing that version of Luke, because, like, to me, that was the Luke I imagine we should have gotten the sequel trilogy, but just old, but
Correct.
still badass, all
Correct.
black, green saber.
Yep. Yep.
So, how'd you feel that episode finale of season 2 of Mando when you saw that?
When I saw that, brother, I'll tell you, well, when she was like, "Oh, there's an X-wing coming in," and then the music was starting to build up slowly, and
Yeah.
you just saw the black. When I saw the what was it, his left hand,
I
when
think it
the
was
one that
his
got
right
chopped
hand.
off, or his right, the one that got, I saw the black glove. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
that's gotta be Luke. I was like,
Yeah.
it's gotta be Luke. And the green, saber when he lit, I was like, no, 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 that's gotta be Luke. And obviously after the reveal, oh my god,
Yeah.
OMG, the little child in me came out,
Yeah.
it was just like wow. It was definitely one of those wow moments, man.
Yeah, I got choked up. I was very teary-eyed, but I think what got to me and what, like, let it go was when R2 rolled out because I didn't expect R2 to
Yeah,
pull up, And seeing R2, I just got
Yeah.
so I was already super happy, but that just put me over the edge in that
Right. Right.
moment. And
Right. No,
like,
that was a great cameo.
yeah, and it's rare where we get like really powerful emotional moments like that. Like we've gotten a few with Disney Star Wars. Like for me, the ending of Rogue One, I remember in the theater seeing Vader, that hallway scene blew me away because we
Yeah.
never seen Vader as a savage like
Right.
that.
Right. A
And
Sith.
then
Yeah.
yeah, and then the Luke moment, and then the Anakin episode in Ahsoka. That 5th episode in Ahsoka was, like, so special and just gave me goosebumps, like, the whole episode.
Yeah.
I love when we get moments like that,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. They do a great job when they do it that way. The right way.
Yeah, exactly. So the last question is, who's your favorite Star Wars character?
You know, I have several. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Both on the good side, the bad side, and stuff. But I would have to go back to what I said earlier. There was just something special, man, when I saw Yoda on the big screen.
Yeah.
It was just something, and especially when he revealed himself as the Jedi Master that Luke was seeking. That did it for me. You know what I mean? I think I've been a Yoda fan, since 1980, day one.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I have to, categorize, favorite characters, I would say Yoda is my number one.
Yeah, I love Yoda too, man. He's so wise and like everything he says is just so smooth and and you could apply it to your daily life today, which is wild. And like, The Last Jedi is probably my least favorite movie out of all of them, but
Hmm.
that Yoda scene in there
Hmm. Hmm.
hit. Like I remember being in the theater in that movie, and when we saw Yoda, I was so happy. Like that was just such a special moment because
Yeah.
like it
Yeah.
was the puppet too. They used the
Yep.
prop that wasn't like
Yep.
CGI, and
Yeah.
he was dropping some like knowledge on Luke. So
Right.
that was great. What did you think of an Attack of the Clones when we seen Yoda pull out the saber and fight Dooku that first time? Because before that, we've never seen this man move.
Right. 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 I was wowed,
Yeah,
but not like the wow you would expect. I was just like, yo, it was like a little flea,
yeah, yeah,
moving
yeah,
around. I was
yeah,
just like, damn,
yeah,
I don't know, maybe they overdid it a little bit,
yeah,
'cause it
yeah,
was definitely unexpected. Um, we all imagined that for him to be a very skillful, fighter.
yeah,
But the way he was just like flipping and moving around, then after it's all said and done, he gets his cane and starts walking away. Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
was just like,
yeah,
come on.
yeah, yeah. No,
It was funny, but maybe he was moving around a little bit too fast.
yeah, it was pretty crazy, man. Like that whole end of that episode was wild with all those lightsaber battles, man.
Yeah, for sure. And
S-
the one between him and Palpatine was awesome too.
Oh, in Revenge, yeah. And another reason I like that too is because at certain points of it, the music changed to Duel of the Fates. And Duel
Right.
of the Fates, my favorite song, bro.
Yeah,
So
for
I
sure.
get so hyped
For sure.
every time I hear that song.
For sure. So you just asked me three questions, and I know this is your show, but as a co-host of another show, I have a
Yeah.
question for you, brother.
Oh, let's
How
go.
did
Let's
you
go.
feel? How do you feel about the young lady standing behind you?
Oh, Shin,
Yes, sir. She's
bro.
coming to that show in Ocala.
So
Bro,
I
I saw that. I started cracking up. You came to my well, I hit you up real quick. I
Yeah,
text you
yeah.
because I was like, OMG, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
So I am spoiled because like that show is right by me, and I've been to it the past 2 years in a row. So I regularly go to it,
Hmm.
but it's one of the smaller, more low key conventions,
Okay.
which is nice. So
Nice.
like I'll be able to see her quicker. VIP there's cheaper, so I'm gonna cop VIP, go right to the front of the line for
Dope,
autographs for
dope.
photo ops. At that particular show, when they do panels, they ask the crowd for questions. Like I went last year and Sam Witwer was there. I got his autograph and he did a panel and I got to ask him a question,
Mm,
which was dope to be
yeah,
able to talk to Darth Maul.
yeah.
So you better believe I'm going to be front row to ask her questions.
Dope, dope.
And I'm definitely going to get 2 autographs and
Nice.
I'm going to do 2 photo ops, like for sure.
Okay.
So I'm super hyped. But like, she's gorgeous, yes. But as a character, she kind of reminds me of like Darth Maul meets Asajj Ventress. She's like a
Okay.
mixture of
Yeah.
both of them,
Yeah.
and like just her character in Ahsoka, her and Balin, that 1-2 combo was amazing and the best part of the show to me.
Yeah.
And they intrigued me so much because they felt like prequel OT trilogy characters. They felt like so familiar to us,
Yeah.
but we don't know them at all.
At all.
So that's why I fell in love with both of them. It's just because like they just felt so Star Wars. And like in today's day where everyone's complaining and like, you know, they're not as consistent as we would like. It was nice to see some consistency out of these two characters in the show, and I want more. And I haven't felt that way after most shows where I want more of a new character. You
A
know
new
what I mean?
character. Got you.
Yeah.
What are you getting signed? You know, or
So I'll probably just like maybe the Black Series and Funko Pop when they come out, or I might have Nilda make one of those plaques
the
because you know
plaques?
how all you
Yeah,
guys be
yeah, yeah.
getting those.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I might get the plaque signed because I want to buy her saber too.
Mhm.
That way, if I display the saber, I can have the plaque right there.
Perfect.
That'd be kind of dope.
Perfect.
I would like a vintage collection figure, but she doesn't have a TVC figure yet, just because the card art on the TVC figure looks so nice, especially with an autograph.
Mhm.
But she's not coming until I think it's September.
Right.
So from now till then,
Anything can happen.
if something new drops, like
Yeah.
maybe for Hot Toy drops, maybe I'll bring the box, have her sign the Hot Toy box,
Yeah.
or the picture inside the box. You know that picture
Yeah.
inside the box is
Yeah.
always fire. Or if I find like I'm going to MegaCon next month, if I find like a fire print at the Artist Alley, maybe I could get something like that and have her
Nice.
sign that.
Nice, for sure.
So I haven't decided yet, but I want to get at least 2 autographs. That way, that gives me more time up there with her
to breathe,
to talk to her.
to breathe
Yeah.
her air.
Yeah, yeah. And like it's cool, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit later, but with the announcements we got today, I get to talk to her about that to see if she's excited because we should be getting more of her.
Mhm.
So by then, if there's not more news, I could be like, hey, so are you gonna be in this?
Right,
Are you gonna
right.
be in that? Are you excited? Yada yada yada. So
Dope.
I'm hyped, man. I'm
I'm
hyped to
hyped
see
for you. I
her.
told you. I was like,
Yeah.
dude, I am so
Yes.
excited for you, man.
Yes. I cannot wait, man.
Cool.
Oh yes. No, but I like that though, bro. Keep them questions coming the whole episode, bro, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next thing I got up, and like it's big news. It just dropped today. I know you just got off work, so you saw a little bit of it, but we're recording. It's Tuesday right now, and earlier today, I think it was like at like 12 o'clock. I was at work,
It was about
and
noon.
my boy texted it to me, and I saw it, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So like as soon as I got home from lunch, I had to make a video of it. But the official Star Wars account tweeted the website. They confirmed and announced that the Mando and Grogu is gonna come into the big screen. It's gonna be a movie,
Mhm.
and in that article, if you read it, it also said Dave Filoni is currently working on Ahsoka season 2.
Mhm.
So it confirmed 2 huge things. And like with the movie, at first I'm like, okay, what do you mean Mando and Grogu? Are you talking about the Filoni movie? Because we all kind of assumed they would be in it. But from reading the article, it's an additional movie to the 3 movies that were already announced. So this is coming, and Filoni's movie is coming. And the way they worded it, this movie is coming out before the Rey movie. So the first movie back in theaters is going to be Jon Favreau's Mando movie.
Okay.
How do you feel about that? What do you think about that?
Bring it.
Yeah, right?
Bring it. I wonder how much of it will interweave with Ahsoka, you know, in her storyline. You know, I wonder if they will come across, you know. I mean, I know she's in a different galaxy, but you know, I don't know. I just wonder if they're gonna interweave that, you know?
I think they are, because like what I'm assuming is that they took whatever they were gonna do for Mando season 4 and they're gonna just make it a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which I kind of prefer, because I don't know how you feel about Mando season 3, but I wasn't as happy with that as I was with the first 2 seasons.
Right. That's
So
everyone's general consensus.
Yeah. So with this, I feel like, okay, if they took their plans for season 4, cut out the BS and just made it clean and tight for a movie, if it's that, I kind of feel like Mando season 4 kind of has to be a continuation of Ahsoka, because like the way season 3 ended, Mando's chilling in the cut. He has the crib. Everyone's safe. The bad guy's dead. But now Ezra's back with Hera.
Right.
Thrawn's back on Dathomir with a bunch of Night Sisters doing crazy stuff.
Right.
And I could already see like season 4 Mando, like Carson Teva being like, hey, Mando, my friend Hera needs your help. This is Ezra. we need to find Luke. There's this
Get him involved.
guy.
Get him involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like almost like I almost want to say this is gonna be like Infinity War, like trying to get ready to fight Thanos, and like Filoni's movie will be Endgame, them fighting Thrawn with the whole gang, like Avengers type
And,
deal.
and Zeb better make an appearance. He better be in it, man.
Bro, so Mando season 3, seeing Zeb was one of the highlights, and
Yeah.
I was shocked, and
Yeah.
he looked so good.
Real good.
But the whole Ahsoka, I'm like, where's Zeb? Where's Zeb? Even to the end,
Same
when
here.
when Ezra came off the ship, I was expecting Zeb to be in the cut
Yeah.
there with Hera and all them, like holding little Jason or something. But
Yeah.
like, no Zeb, man, we got robbed of
His
that,
name
man.
was thrown out there, right? As training, doing some training or something.
Yeah, didn't Sabine say that to Ezra? Like, oh yeah, that he's training pilots with the New
Right. Something.
Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember
So, yeah. So
Yeah.
that'll be crazy seeing Zeb on the big screen. But like, what I'm thinking for this Mando movie with John Fav, like Thrawn is a big deal, and like he would be perfect for the big screen, even if he's not a big part of the movie. He's just in it a little bit,
Mhm.
and the movie ends with like Ezra meeting Luke for the first time, and like, "Hey, Luke, I need your help for Thrawn," and it cuts there, and it just leads to the next movie. Like, how fire would that be?
Yeah, for sure, man. Damn. Yeah, for sure.
So,
What do you think about that Rey movie?
so
Because there were leaks. Just this week I was looking. There were like leaks of the storyline. One is the first one that I heard, or the first one that was presented by this source, is that she gets impregnated through Kylo Ren's
because his hand
ghost
was on her
force.
stomach.
Yeah, something.
Yeah,
They don't go into
yeah.
detail how, but it's Kylo Ren's, and I don't know how they're gonna pull that off. And that I heard two versions, right? That she has a little girl, and then it kind of skips to like when she's like 9 years old and in training in the Jedi Temple, the new one that she does. And then there was a second version of that same storyline that she has twins. That she has twins, a boy and a girl. The girl stays in the light. She's the Jedi in training, and the boy kind of goes off into the dark side.
Yeah.
The Palpatine side, I guess, pulls him more. So those are the two
Oh.
versions of that same storyline. Then the second storyline that they presented was that she was going to go on a mission or something with Joe Boyega, and that the antagonist of the movie is going to be half Sith and half like a daughter of Dathomir, one of the sisters. It's going to
Oh,
have the
nice
power
sister.
of both, of a Sith and one of the daughters of Dathomir. I was
What?
just like, that sounds pretty badass.
So if we get stuff like that, I haven't heard of most of that. I saw an article where they were like, when in the Rise, when Kylo was like reviving Rey, how his hand was on her stomach, and somehow that impregnated her. That's kind of weird, right? But like, I like the twins thing, like one going light, one going dark, because they kind of did that in Visions, and like, I mean, who doesn't love a good twin story? Because always one's gonna be bad, one's gonna be good.
And allegedly, the antagonist of that movie is Darth Plagueis.
Darth Plagueis?
Yep. Somehow he returns, just like
Palpatine. That'd be some crazy shit. Because like, I'm reading the Plagueis book now, but I know that's a big thing where he's trying to learn how to defeat death. So that would be wild if it was done right.
If it was that's the key word. If it was done right.
If it was done right, I would love it. But like, the guy who's writing the Rey movie is the guy that did Peaky Blinders, which I've never seen it, but everyone says that it's really good. But I don't know how much his Star Wars lore mind is that he would know to do that.
And that's in question. Plus, director.
Yeah, the director's a whole different thing. We'll get to her in a second, right? But what you were telling me though, that if the main villain is like half Sith and half Night Sister, that's kind of crazy.
Can you imagine how powerful they would be?
Because they could have the Force and the dark magic,
all that black magic stuff.
Yeah. I haven't heard nothing like that, but I kind of would like that. But like, that sounds like too good, and we would like it and want it. I don't know if I trust them to give that to us, because we would love that, because that'd be kind of sick. So I guess we'll see. Now, that lady that's directing it, she said some dumb shit, right? And like, she probably should have, like, she's representing a brand, she's representing Lucasfilm. that's on them. Their PR department needs to be like, hey, just so you know, you can't make 50% of our fan base mad because half the people that are seeing it are men. So it's like, come on, come on. And like, she's not the only woman that's done stuff like
That's what I
Bryce Dallas Howard, Deborah
Chow.
Chow,
Yep,
George Lucas's wife with the prequels and stuff. So it's
correct,
like, come on.
correct.
So the thing though that I really don't care that much about her, it's like it is what it is. Like, is she qualified? I really don't think so. But she's just directing it. Now, if she was writing it and directing it, I'd be a little bit more worried because then she tried to make it like to put her ideas and how she feels in the script and the
Well,
story.
she clearly, and this I heard with my own ears. She clearly
Uh,
says everything she does is gonna have her ideology of life. You know,
yeah,
in some things I put a little, some things more, but
yeah.
it's always gonna have the ideology of how she views the world or life. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that.
I guess we'll see. I'm gonna hope for the best, but I'm not counting on a lot out of it, but I do feel better now knowing that this Mando movie's coming first. Cause like if this was the first movie back in the theaters after 8, 9 years and it was like this, like a
Mm,
mid Ray movie,
mm,
it would kind of just suck. But now knowing the first movie back will have Mando,
that's a
which
good point.
should be good,
Right.
and then a year or two later we'll get the Ray movie. Whatever, that's fine.
It'll soften the blow.
It'll soften the blow, and then even so, right after that should be the Filoni movie.
Right.
So it's like a sandwich where the bread is good and in between is
Yeah.
so we'll see, but like I just hope that they have a good villain cuz like that's one thing with the sequels, like I liked Kylo. I want a good villain and a good droid. Like I see you got BB-8 back there. I love BB-8. So give me a good droid and a good villain and I'm happy. I'm simple. And some lightsabers and some John Williams. So you saw John Williams came out
He
of
came out of
retirement.
retirement. He's
It
according
has to
to
be for
him
that.
or his publisher, whatever it was. He came back for one movie. Everyone is speculating he's gonna do the music for the Ray
Yep.
movie, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it's the Ray movie. I think I saw an article somewhere where he loves Ray's theme and
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't want anybody to tweak it or mess with it.
I
So,
think I saw that too. Yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, as long as it sounds like Star Wars, it looks like Star Wars, and we got some cool stuff in there, it should be okay. I just hope that director chick doesn't go too crazy with it. But
Mm.
now that Filoni's in a higher position, hopefully he's there and he's like, nope, nope, and he puts his foot in
But
where he sees it doesn't make sense.
I've heard that over and over. But what if okay, he is in a higher position and stuff, but what if he's still held back by a leash?
Oh yeah, exactly. And I don't know, and like we don't know what that means with that position, that title,
Exactly.
and we don't know how much he can or can't do. So I'm
Right,
just,
like that
I'm
full freedom artist freedom, I think they call it artist freedom. Like we don't know if he has that or not.
yeah. So in my mind, I'm just hoping that he is a big boss now and he can like stop stuff. I'm just praying that's the case. It might not be, but I mean, I guess we'll see.
I don't think he will because he's the
Yeah,
wrong gender.
yeah,
I'm gonna leave it
I
at
know.
that.
Yeah. I guess we'll see, but like I hope they bring back John Boyega because like they kind of played Finn in the sequels. Like
Well,
he should have became a Jedi because his story, Stormtrooper turned Jedi, and he's black. You know how they love doing the people of color and stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
That's perfect. That would have been fire.
But you've I'm sure you've heard like all his interviews and stuff. He wants nothing to do with Star Wars. He kept, he's always said how they did him dirty, and his
Yeah.
character, and they embarrassed him, ridiculed him. He's always yelling Ray in all the movies and stuff. Like making him look like a soft bitch. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
if they're gonna go with that version of him and Ray, going after Darth Plagueis, then how are they gonna talk him to come back? How are they gonna talk him into it?
Money.
I guess, yeah.
Cause like, what's he doing right now? This man ain't doing nothing. He's at the crib chilling. Like, if they hit him up with a good script and they give him like a decent redemption, I can see him coming back,
I
man.
think that will be the key. If they present to him, redemption, what I'm saying? Like yeah, I think that'll make him come back. Make him want to come back.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, we'll see. Out of all the stuff that's coming out this year, though, so we should be getting Acolyte, Skeleton
Acolyte.
Crew, Tales and Bad Batch, what are you looking forward to the most?
Oh, Acolyte.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the concept of it and stuff like that. I'm intrigued. Um, the other one, um,
Skeleton Crew,
yeah, that doesn't it involve like kids.
kids. Yeah,
And I read somewhere there was a leak from a source that one of the kids or something is gonna be like a little kid, Max Rebo.
Max Rebo. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
I
yeah.
said it in our show. I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, are you serious? So that just turned me on. Like, man, now I'm gonna have a little. Like Max Rebo doesn't even have hands, arms. He plays with his. I mean, like, I don't know how. I was
Yeah,
just like,
yeah,
man, that shit just sounds whack.
yeah.
So Acolyte is what I'm definitely looking for.
Did
Um,
Did you see the trailer for Acolyte, the illegal one that's on like YouTube
no,
and stuff?
no, I haven't. No.
Oh, so at London Celebration last year, we saw the trailer for Acolyte,
Okay.
and that same day I saw the Ahsoka trailer for the first time and the Acolyte trailer for the first time. And the Ahsoka trailer, the first trailer was fire.
Mhm.
I was just as hyped for Acolyte as I was for Ahsoka.
Dope.
It looks like very like samurai style
Hmm.
prequel style vibes. Like it looks like a banger. And
Yeah.
there's a scene where they're in like it looks like a cave and it's a row of like 7 Jedi and you
Mm.
see them looking at something and all of them ignite their lightsabers in a row, 7 lightsabers in a row. And
Ah,
when I saw that, I'm like, yo, they're not gonna ignite their lightsaber unless there's like 7 Sith over there or a bunch of Sith. So what intrigues me about this show, it's from the point of view of the Sith, the bad guys.
right, right,
So it could be a banger, and it's around the time Plagueis is lurking.
right,
So
right. Because it's
who
100 years
knows?
ago, right? It's 100 years.
It's 100 years before Phantom Menace. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
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 So
The
Plagueis,
concept is dope, man. I'm
yeah,
excited. I just hope they do a good job, but I'm really excited about that one.
yeah, yeah. It should be, good. I mean, I guess we'll see. I'm hoping it is. I just, I'm glad we got those updates today about the movie and Ahsoka season 2. But the next, and I'm just being selfish now, I want more updates because I want to know when are we getting all the stuff that's dropping this year
Mm,
between all 4 of these shows. So
right.
maybe that'll be coming soon.
Yeah, because they haven't released, not even like the month or anything.
Nothing,
Right.
nothing at all. And
I think they did say the Acolyte was the first release of all of them.
I don't know because I want to say I thought it was gonna be Skeleton Crew first because Skeleton was supposed to be November, but then the strikes happened,
Hmm.
and then it was supposed to be early this year, but now it's saying Skeleton Crew is late this year. So maybe it is Acolyte. I wouldn't mind starting off with a banger because we don't
Mm,
have any expectation.
hmm.
And like if we get some dope ass new Sith, like
Yeah.
please,
Yeah.
please, please. And like it's got the dude from Squid Games in there. He's like a Jedi. It's
Hmm.
got what's her name from Matrix, Trinity, the
Yeah.
actress that plays
Yeah.
Trinity.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
in there. It's got the chick from Logan that was X-23. She's in there. So it's got some dope stuff. But the
Yeah.
one thing I know I'm gonna scream when I see it happen is there's a Jedi Wookiee. So the minute this man ignites his saber and like roars in Wookiee, I'm gonna be so hyped at that
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah. I heard that. I heard that.
Yeah,
That is pretty exciting. I can't wait, man. I cannot.
yeah. What about Tails and Bad Batch? You looking forward to those?
Tails definitely. I
Yeah.
enjoyed. I enjoyed the first, the previous one. That was really well made, and then
So
for
good.
for such short segments, there was a lot of information. I
Yeah.
learned a lot. I learned a lot.
Yeah.
It's such short segments, so I'm definitely looking forward to the next one. The other ones I'm not really like all stoked for.
Bad
Um,
Batch? Nah?
yeah, yeah, like I never got into it, man. I tried.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. I'm one of those real small percentile that I tried and I tried and I don't know, I just wasn't for me.
Did you like the Clone Wars and Rebels, the animated shows?
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
but
okay, okay.
but I'm gonna I can't think of the word. I didn't watched it from the beginning when they first started coming out.
Oh,
I
me neither.
actually
Me
I
neither.
actually jumped on it. I mean, like the other day, right before Ahsoka, there were a lot of people, content creators, Star Wars content creators, making videos of like which episodes to watch and stuff like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
kind of bring you up
Yeah.
to speed and understand if you don't have like the knowledge of the stuff.
Yeah.
So that's when I jumped on, and I saw like a shitload of episodes, and the ones that everyone kind of
Recommended.
recommended to watch
Yeah.
before watching Ahsoka, and it was I'm glad I did because it was dope. It
Oh,
was dope.
so
I'm glad I
you
did.
you watched the Mortis arc episodes of Clone Wars before Ahsoka then?
Correct.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
Right.
cause then that finale when Balin is standing on the statues, it would have meant nothing to you.
Nothing.
But
Right.
when I saw it, I was like, "Holy shit,
Yeah.
it's the Mortis." Like I
Right.
was shocked because
Right.
that means a lot. But if
Right.
you don't know, it's like, what are
Exactly.
those
It just goes
dudes?
over your head. It just
Yeah, and
you
it's
know.
funny, they tried saying for Ahsoka, you don't have to watch the shows, you could
No,
watch it and enjoy
no,
it.
that's not true.
No, bro,
That's not
that is
true. I'm
not at all.
I'm one of those. Like, no, you kind of got to go into it with a little, back history. You have to.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
not, so much just goes over your head.
So I didn't get into the
Mm.
animated stuff till mad late because I never really cared. And I remember it was 2018, maybe. Is that when Solo came out? The Solo movie? It was 2018, right?
18, if I'm not mistaken. Correct.
Yeah, so I was watching Solo in theaters, and at the end, I see Darth Maul's there, and I'm like,
Hmm.
in my mind, because I never watch animated, I'm like, he died in Phantom Menace. How? How? So after that movie, I Googled it, and I was like, they brought him back. Dave brought him
Right.
back in Clone Wars and Rebels. So I binged all 6 seasons of Clone Wars at that time
Mm.
because the seventh season wasn't out. Then I watched all 4 seasons of Rebels, and then I've been hooked to the animated stuff since then because I didn't realize how much storytelling they did. Now there is a lot of filler, but the stuff that isn't, like the Mortis arc, the Fives arc, there's so many crazy things in there. Did you see the Clone Wars where Palpatine is fighting Darth Maul and
Darth
Savage?
Maul. Yeah. Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
like that when I saw that battle, I'm like, this is better than a lot of the live action lightsaber battles we've been getting
You
lately.
better believe it. You better believe it.
Yeah.
It was gangster, man. It was gangster.
Yeah, like
Really well
Palpatine
made.
is a savage,
He
man.
is. He is. He is.
Yeah.
He is.
So,
Even on in the real stories, Revenge of the Sith, in real life, the way he just killed those Jedi's, man, so easily. I was just like, are you
yeah.
kidding me, man? Kill
Yes.
Fisto and the other two before him. I was just like, yo, that was a little bit way too easy. They could have,
Yeah.
given them a couple more minutes of, some action
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That disappointed me. That as excited and badass that scene was, it also disappointed me equally because I was
Uh-huh.
like, man, that was just way too fast.
It was.
Because the way I just love it. I always watched it when they were coming in. I'm serious. You can probably put in the background 50 Cent in the club as they're all walking in because they all have like that
Yeah,
swag as they're all
yeah,
walking in.
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Mace Windu and and he got the boys. And they're all walking in like dun 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 dun. And then for them to get killed off like literally, man, in 2 seconds, I was like, oh man, they should have made it a little longer. But
No,
that is what it is.
no, for sure. They should have. So, since you've been an OG fan since the beginning, have you ever been to a Star Wars celebration?
Nah, brother.
No.
I've I've
Wow.
I've I've, I've been there vicariously through people like you.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Are you
watched
gonna
the
tr-
videos.
are you gonna try to go one day?
Well, I know that the next one is in Japan in 25.
Next
Everyone's
year, yeah.
hoping for it when it comes back to the US to be on the East Coast. So if it's like
I think it
Florida,
will.
I'm there. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
there. Because my parents, they lived on there. So it would be so much easier
Oh, nice.
and financially, formidable for me to be there.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, because I think they have to do one in 2027 because that's the 50-year anniversary of A New Hope. So that year for sure is a celebration. There's a small chance there could be one in 2026,
Mm,
especially if they're pumping these movies and stuff, because it
mm,
hasn't been back in the States since 2022. So by the time 2026 comes, that's a 4-year period of no celebration stateside.
right.
They could go back to back 26 and 27 in the States. Now, if that happens, that's gonna financially kill me. But they're just so it's just so much fun. And like when you go there, it's such a unique experience. Like you're there and you're literally instantly friends with everybody. And they're all strangers, but you all have that same connection,
Yeah.
that same bond, and everybody's just happy and positive and vibes. It's not like the internet where everyone's mad and toxic. It's like a different world at Celebration, and I freaking love it, man.
It's got to be an awesome sensation to witness, you know?
Yeah. And I learned about it by mistake because, like, in 2017, I was living in Orlando and I was just driving on iDrive and I saw banners for it. And I'm like, what the hell is
Yeah,
Celebration?
yeah.
And me and my buddy went 2 days of it. And since then, we haven't missed because it's just such an amazing feeling. You just get hooked and it's just such a good time.
That's why I'm going this year to ICCC
Yes.
because you mentioned, you know, like that's like the closest thing to
Same
Comic
thing.
Con. Yeah,
Same thing. Same, bro.
exactly.
ICC is literally Celebration, except for there's no big movie announcements or
Hmm.
trailers,
Hmm.
but everything else,
Yeah,
excuse me, is the same. And I was shocked because when I went last year to ICC Con for the first time, I just went to London as well, and I had the same amount of fun with Jose,
yeah,
with Joe,
yeah.
with Mike.
Oh, I know. I've seen all the
At yeah,
videos
yeah, it was the same
several
thing
times.
as I did in London, which is wild to
Dope.
say that I had just as much fun in Nashville, Tennessee, that I did in London, England.
That's dope.
And it's just like it's the same thing, man.
I'm so excited. I am so stoked.
I'm glad you're going,
And
man.
after
That's
we
gonna be
had, you
fun.
know, Mr. Havens on the show, you know, and stuff like that, you know, I just got pumped, man. I'm so excited. So excited.
Yeah. It's gonna be a blast. But yeah, that will be your Celebration fix. So once you taste that,
Mhm.
Celebration is the same thing, just at a little bit of a bigger scale,
Mm.
just because Lucasfilm, Disney, like kind of run it. So it's like the official thing
Right, right.
where they have the official announcements and Filoni, bro. Every celebration I've been to, I've seen Filoni like 10 feet away from me, like walking by me.
Wow.
So at London, I was in the Celebration show store on the VIP night, and he was in there, walk right by us.
Mm.
In Anaheim, I'm at Disney for Star Wars nights, just chilling. And then all of a sudden, John Fav and Dave walk right in front of me, right by me. I was like, oh shit, trying to get my phone out real quick to get a picture, but it just happened so fast. My boy that was with me, he got his phone out and he got to get a quick selfie with
Wow.
them. Yeah.
Now,
So
do they sign for the fans at all? Like in
if you
passing or?
if you get lucky, bro, like
Oh,
if
okay.
say if I had something out and a pen ready and he happened to stroll up, like I know my homeboy, I think RMD Collective, if I'm not mistaken, at Anaheim, he had the Trapper Wolf Black Series figure,
Hmm.
and the stage on the show floor, John and Dave were on there talking, and he was in the front row, and when they finished, Dave was walking off, and he held it up with a pen, and Dave signed his figure.
Oh, damn, nice.
So it does happen if you get lucky at London, bro. So at the Ahsoka panel, they showed the second trailer where we saw Thrawn,
Hmm.
because the first trailer they showed on the first day that they released to the public, they didn't show Thrawn. But the second day they showed us a different trailer and we saw Thrawn,
Okay.
and Lars Mikkelsen came out on the stage. So after that panel finished, everyone's saying bye bye. Some guy ran up to the stage and held up like a Thrawn figure to Lars with a pen, and Lars signed it,
Signed it.
which
Nice.
is crazy because that's rare because he doesn't do shows like
No,
that.
no, he doesn't.
So it's possible for you to get lucky. Like Doug Chang, bro, I see this dude all the time. Like you could get his autograph so easy because he's always just walking around Celebration. Like it's like if you don't see Doug Chang, it's not a Star Wars Celebration. That dude is everywhere. Yeah, like
Dope.
I remember Anaheim a couple times. We're there early, and there's Doug Chang. He's just walking around like regular, and I'm like, yo, that's wild. So
That's dope.
there's a chance. I remember another time at Anaheim after one of the panels, I was in the hallway waiting for my boy that was using the bathroom, and Sam Witwer is just there talking to Carly King. They're just there chilling,
Nice.
right? So like I could have went up and talked to Sam or got a quick selfie if I wanted, but I did a photo op with him the day before, so I
Okay.
didn't want to bug him. I want to let him just chill. Like I just met him; it's all good. But
Gotcha.
like, say if I didn't, I could have went up to him real quick, like, "Yo, huge fan. Can I get a quick photo?" Like
Right, right.
it's crazy. So there's always that possibility. My buddy Billy, who I had on a few Sith Talks ago at Chicago Celebration, he was on the floor with his boys, and they saw Filoni. So
Mm.
Filoni walked by. He gave him an autograph on the thing that he signed. He drew a little Ahsoka picture on there. They
Oh,
got a group picture with him, all on the floor at Celebration.
dope,
So like it's crazy, man.
dope. And going back to ICCC, ICCC. Yeah, ICCC.
Yeah, 3 C's.
Yeah. Who are you looking forward to? Hopefully, him bringing into that to the show.
So last year he had a ton of the Rebels cast. So I literally got to meet Steve Bloom, who plays Zeb. I got his autograph,
I know.
and
Right.
I got to show him my reaction video
I know.
because, like,
So
that clip where I reacted to him, like, I was like, "Holy shit,
yeah.
Zeb!" Like, I showed him that, and he loved it. He was like, "Tag me in that. That's awesome. I love it." Like, he was
Right.
so cool, and that goes to show at other shows you can't like stop and show somebody a minute video on your
Right.
phone at
Right.
a convention
Right.
while getting an autograph. Like,
Right.
that's how laid back it is. So
Oh,
I met him. Tia Sakar, who was Sabine, she was there.
Mhm.
Beautiful. I love her. I got her autograph. Taylor Gray, who's Ezra, I got his autograph. Bro, his regular voice is Ezra's voice. So as
Mm.
I'm waiting in line and he's talking to people, all I hear is Ezra Bridger
Ezra.
talking. And it's so crazy. And I even said to him, I'm like, bro, your voice is just Ezra. Like, that's trippy. He's like, yeah, I know that.
He's not
You
even
can't.
acting. He's just
He's not. He's just
reading the
him.
script.
That's his voice. And
Yeah.
then Vanessa Marshall was there, who plays Hera. I got her autograph as well. So she was just so nice. Ian McDermott was there. I didn't get his autograph, but I should have. But he's pretty much always there.
Yeah, he's
So
there every year.
I'll probably get his next time. But it was funny. Me, Joe, and Jose were in there just chilling because I just finished getting my autographs. Palpatine is at his table. Nobody's there. He's just sitting there by himself. And General Kenobi was like, man, I'm going to go talk to him. He was just there by himself. So he went over.
Yeah.
He bought Emperor Palpatine vintage collection figure, brought it over there, got it signed. He was chopping it up with Palps for a little bit. But like, when can you say that I'm just going to go walk up and talk to Palpatine because he's there by himself? Never. Never. So
can't wait.
I'm hoping this year. Honestly, I would love if you brought some of the Ahsoka actors. Like,
Well,
I'll see Shin again if she's there.
You saw that I asked him that on our show. I'm like,
Yeah.
can you try and bring in some of the Ahsoka cast, because they're not blown up yet, and they're not like
They're not. Yeah.
they're not Hollywood. Just this girl, the Puerto Rican girl, the Ahsoka. What's her real name? Jeez.
Oh, Rosario Dawson.
Rosario, like she's the only
she's the only high end one.
But
Yeah.
all the other ones, I
Yeah.
don't see him having a problem bringing them in at a good price for him, for it to be profitable for him.
Exactly, especially because Ocala Comic Con. I don't know if you've ever been to Ocala, Florida. There's nothing over there, bro.
Okay.
Like when I go out there, it's in the Ocala Comic Con is at like the equestrian center, which is like a horseback riding area. So like there's literally nothing over there. So if they could afford to get Shin,
of course.
And last year they had Cal Kestis, Sam Witwer, they had Tia Sakar, Sabine was there too. So. And they had Marin from Fallen Order as well too, the Night Sister chick. So if Ocala can afford it, ICC-Con can bring Shin, bring Ezra in, bring the new Sabine in. So imagine
that'd be dope, man.
You know what would be kind of crazy, and
what would be kind of crazy? Her being on your floor.
What do you mean?
Hati being on your floor at the hotel.
Oh! I didn't even think of that. That would be possible.
It's all the same hotel. It's all the same hotel.
Oh my god! I need to find out if she's single, bro, and just shoot my shot.
Son, imagine you swiping your door to go into your room, and you look, and she's swiping
right
the door
there
next to you.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I need to get her to fall in love with me, man. That would be crazy. But no, you're right. They would all stay there.
They all stay there. Yeah.
But no, what I was gonna say is, imagine if he got the Rebels crew there again, and got the Ahsoka crew, and if they did a Rebels panel that had the live action and the animated actors all on stage together. Fire. Imagine that, like having Ezra sitting next to Ezra, Sabine next to Sabine,
fire,
stuff like that. That'd be kind of cool to see if they if they watched each other's work, if the live action referenced the animated, if the animated people watched their work to see how they portrayed their character. That'd be kind of crazy.
I'm gonna send Mr. Haven the link to this episode, so he can maybe
steal that idea.
Ponder
Mike,
on that.
Do
idea.
it.
Correct.
Do it.
Oh, I will.
It would be the first. No one's ever done that, and like realistically, he could make that happen because he's did it with Rebels already. It'd be affordable. So
yep. I'm gonna pitch it to him.
Yes. Did you apply for the press badge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good.
1202.
Oh yeah, me too. Right away, like right away.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I can't wait to hear back from that. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is that beautiful background in your room.
Oh,
So,
here we go.
have you been collecting as a youngin, or has it been more like recent?
Nah, man. Man, people laugh when they hear this. I literally started. I only had one item for
Uh
a
huh.
couple of years now that my wife had given me. I think it's that stormtrooper helmet behind
Yeah.
me. I think
Uh huh.
that was when she gave me 1 year or whatever. But everything started coming in during COVID.
Yeah.
During the lockdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
in Jersey,
Uh huh.
and it was strict up here. I mean, the lockdown was locked
Oh
down.
yeah.
So, bro, always on Amazon and Sideshow and
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's how yeah, it's funny, man. But it was during COVID, man. During COVID,
Man,
that's when it
the
started.
your collection room is just so beautiful. Every time I see it on one of your streams, I'm just
Ah,
staring in awe, man.
thank you, brother. Appreciate
What's your favorite piece in there?
you. I've been asked this, and I can't say I have a favorite piece. I have
Top 3.
a handful because
Uh-huh.
there's sentimental value behind it.
Yeah.
Um, I think, well, one of the three, like you said, if you want me to name three, is I have the life size Grogu from
Uh-huh.
Sideshow. Because it was given to me from my son with his first check after he got out the firefighter academy.
Wow,
So
that's awesome.
yeah, it's I was just like, wow, because it wasn't cheap when they first came
No,
out and stuff.
those
And
things are not cheap. That's a
no,
real gift,
yeah.
like yeah.
So he surprised me with that. A second one, I would definitely have to say, I have a 6 scale um, of Max Rebo, around the organ and stuff like that. That
Yeah.
was created by Joel Hazy, one of the
Uh-huh.
Spice Runners. And it's special to me because he knew I had wanted one, and I told him that I was going to get one, blah blah blah. And as you know, I was diagnosed with cancer last year and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I had started my first treatment of chemo in the month of December, last December, and one day I just got a box delivered to my house, and
Yeah.
I was so weak, from the chemo. I was all messed up, jacked up. My wife,
Mhm.
she's like, "You want me to open?" I was like, "Yeah." When I saw it and stuff, bro, I started weeping. He sent it
Yeah.
over as a gift, a feel better gift, and beautiful, a card with a note with beautiful words and stuff. So
Yeah.
every time I come into this room and I look at it, you know, it, it's special. I choke because
Yeah.
I know what I was going through at that moment and the joy that it brought, into my heart. Having it. Um, and I think probably the third one would have to be I don't know if I can show it, but it's from Hot Toys, the Boba
Mhm.
Fett on the throne.
Oh, that's a big piece. That's a badass piece.
Yep, and then Jens from Legacy. He made me the Jabba, throne, the base and stuff.
Oh.
So it's an amazing piece. And then I just
Yeah.
had was it last month, December? Nilda was kind enough to get me my plaque signed by Tamora Morrison.
Oh, yeah, she did it in San Fran, right, when she was
Right.
out there?
Correct.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So yeah, right here. So I got the plaque, I got the him on throne, I got the Jabba base. So it's definitely one of my displays that I'm really proud of, and it's not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah. That is so awesome, man.
Thank you.
Ah,
Thank you. So
that's
that's where we are, man. And unfortunately, I won't be able to go to Orlando MegaCon this year. I went
yeah.
last year, but I can't go this year because I'll be on
Oh, you
vacation.
did go last year.
Yeah, yeah, I was there with
Oh,
Eben. Um, Nilda was there. One of our other buddies was there.
that's
We were
crazy.
together. Yeah, it was phenomenal, man. But this year I'll be on vacation that same week.
Uh-huh.
I'll be in DR for a week.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
it's just too much, so I couldn't
Oh,
do it.
yeah, yeah.
But I am sending stuff to Evan to get signed for me.
Yeah, because he got that VIP badge, so he gets to skip
Yeah,
all
yeah,
those lines,
yeah.
man.
So
Ah,
I'll definitely get some autographs, done. So yeah, yeah.
nice. That's what's up, man. But at least at ICC you'll be out there because I think a lot of us are going out there. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
did you
man.
did you book the hotel at the place?
I'm gonna be rooming with your boy, or our boy, but I know he's your boy too.
Oh, are you the surprise? Because I with Jose?
Yeah,
Oh, because I asked because he said he got a roommate, and I was like, "Who?" And he's like, "Oh, I can't tell you. It's a secret." I'm
Oh,
like,
shit.
"Okay." I'm
Well,
like, "Okay."
it's not a secret no more then.
Oh, that is awesome. That
Yeah,
is
man.
so dope.
Yeah, because
So
he had hit me up, and I think he had someone, and they had to back out and stuff like that last minute or whatever, and he
yeah.
reached out to me, and I was like, oh, absolutely, brother, thank you so much.
Oh, we are gonna be family out there, bro. Like,
Yeah,
oh, I
I'm looking
cannot
forward to it,
wait.
man. I am so looking forward to it. And after we did our episode with Mr. Haven from the promoter of the show,
Yeah.
I got a lot of DMs and stuff that people asking and just sharing, in general that they're excited that they're gonna go as well. So a lot of people from the community are gonna be there.
A lot, man. Like a lot know about it. Even a lot of like my other content creator friends from YouTube, and a lot of them are in Florida too.
Hmm.
All of them want to try to go too because they saw how much fun I had in my videos, and like it's legit. Like, bro, wait until the first day of the hotel lobby swapping room sales. That is gonna trip you out because
Wow.
when we
Yeah.
went and when we walked into the lobby and there's just tables everywhere, it was overload, and it's like high end stuff. Like there was like a $50,000 graded Millennium Falcon from the '80s, and there's everything, anything. There's one dude in the corner. He had a sail barge. He was a little lit. He was like, "Yeah, I'll give it to you for this amount." I was like,
Wow.
"Oh." So like the stuff you find there is wild. And once that wraps up, they all go up into their rooms and the doors are open. And it's weird at first because you're walking down a hallway
Mm.
and it's a hotel room and it's propped open and you just walk in and there's stuff all over the bed, all over the counter. A couple of the rooms had like displays set up with lighting in the room. It looked like a
Wow.
little store. So it's a unique experience, but bring cash with you because you can like haggle and get deals. That's the one thing where I was like, "Yo, this place is trouble," because like everything was already reasonable price, but you
Mm.
could like offer them stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So,
Really,
and it's a lot of vintage stuff from the '70s, '80s, up to like new stuff. So like you'll see, you're gonna, bro, bring an empty suitcase, like for real,
really. Okay.
100%. I'm bringing an empty suitcase,
Wow.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So it's gonna
So
be a good time.
so you think I'll get like good pricing on like hot toys and stuff like that?
Bro, Joe left with everything. This dude, oh, Joe, it was his birthday every day. That was his excuse. Or that's what he told most of the people that, "Hey, this is gonna be a birthday gift. Can I get it?" So he got deals. He got a Razor Crest sealed
Right.
basically for retail.
I remember.
He got a couple crazy hot toys. I think he got Quill on the Blurg, like for a good price. Everything he got was a good price, and this man
Okay.
had a giant box and a big smile on his face every day.
Okay.
So it's trouble, but good trouble.
Are you guys gonna have a theme like you guys did with the X-wing this year? Are you guys gonna have like
Oh
a hunt
yeah,
for a specific item?
yeah, yeah.
Because
Well,
I
like
gotta be a part of it this year.
no, once we get there, we'll figure it out. Because the
Okay.
reason we did that is because I think the guy's name was Jim Swearingen, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
yeah. The guy from Kenner
From Kenner, yeah, he
who
was
designed
there
it. Yeah.
and he designed it. So I think he's been there the past few. Honestly, if he's there again, I wouldn't mind hunting down another one of his designs and getting it autographed again. Cause bro, like it's because of him that we got a majority of these toys. Cause like he had a panel there and his panel was awesome because he was telling us back in 75, 76, he heard about Star Wars. He worked for Kenner and he brought the idea to Kenner that, hey, there's this movie coming out. We should maybe do some toys for them. So he got to see the script before the movie was made. He got to go there and see the props. So like that story was fire, and he's just a cool ass old dude, OG man.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. I saw it on the videos. I
yeah.
remember the
So
videos.
and the X-wing was his favorite thing he designed. So maybe we'll find something like that and just have him sign it too. But that hunt video was a blast with
Yeah,
all
it
of us
looks
doing
fun,
it,
man. I was
bro.
living it through you guys, man. I was like, yo, hopefully this year, there's a new item that'll
Yep.
be the new theme for this year, and I want to be a part of that.
No, we could do it. Maybe the OG TIE fighter or something like that. We'll figure it out. But I'm so down to do another vintage hunt and get it autographed by that person
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
maybe by somebody else that's there, depending on who's
Hmm.
there.
Right, right, right.
We'll figure it out. But no, we're 100% doing that. Like it's gonna be a blast.
Dope, dope. Oh, I can't wait, man. Can't wait.
So that's pretty much everything I got. What you got
Mm.
coming up next on the podcast that the people could look forward to?
This Sunday we are gonna have oh man, I wish I remembered. Oh, I'm gonna have to forgive me on that, but we're gonna have a guy on that oh man, I feel horrible not knowing his name. He worked in Hollywood. He did a lot of props for movies, like
Oh,
big
nice.
movies.
Yeah.
The guy is amazing. He's been on the Spice Runners before.
Uh-huh.
And he continues to make props, now Boba Fett's, rifle and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be on this Sunday. So
Awesome.
we're really excited to have him. Oh my God. I'm so bad with names.
Yeah, I'm bad
Um,
with names too, man. I'm the same.
so this Sunday, yeah, he's going to be our guest. So we're really excited to have him. And as we have a new fifth Rogue member.
Yep.
Brian Barnes. We
Yep.
did the big reveal this past Sunday.
Hilarious,
That was a
bro.
fun episode. We had a lot of
Yeah.
fun doing that one. He's part of the 501st and stuff. So he's
Yeah.
also a diorama. Makes dioramas and stuff. So he brings a lot to
Yeah.
the table. And he's very knowledgeable of Star Wars content as well, and big collector. So it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun ride.
Awesome. Well,
Mm.
Flex, thank you so much for coming on,
Oh
man. I
no,
appreciate your
thank
time.
you.
It was a blast.
Hell yeah, brother. Anytime. I was so honored and taken back, from the invite, man. Thank you so much.
No, of course. And that's it, guys, for this episode of Sith Talk. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.